Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, Brett, have you heard from Brett?
We have not heard from him.
Okay.
Why do they take off the phone?
I'm not supposed to have that on during these things. Can you help her with the phone?
No, thank you.
You shut it off.
Should we?
I mean, you can, he was sick on Monday.
Okay.
I'm not.
So he may
No, I'm not.
No, they can't have it. You can't have it ringing during these things.
Yeah. I know he
Can I
did.
just silence your phone?
No.
Figure out how to do a phone call.
Excuse Brett?
Ring. Put it on ring.
All those in favor?
Has to be on ring.
Opposed? Okay,
Let me do it.
he's excused.
Is it on ring?
Presentation from our sheriff's department.
It'll go out.
Good evening. Lieutenant Jason West with the Sheriff's Office. I've been here before. It's been a little bit, so I didn't know if you guys had remembered me. I apologize. My radio is on and running a patrol squad at the moment, so not a whole lot to cover. I did email just now. Do they have a copy of everything yet?
Meridol's printing them now, so they should be
Okay,
out
so
shortly.
I can stick around for a little bit afterwards in case you guys have any questions, or you can obviously email me or whatnot. But going through the stats for the month of November, the ones that stick out, there was a burglary reported late November on Cypress Creek Drive. That individual has subsequently been arrested. He did a vehicle burglary on Cypress Creek, also did a burglary down in Micco, and some other crimes in West Melbourne. So West Melbourne and the Sheriff's Office have both charged him accordingly. I believe he's still in jail at the moment. He was not a resident of the town or this area. He was from Melbourne and actually drove down to see what kind of mischief he can get up to. So, but he's now in the sheriff's Iron Bar Lodge. So,
Doesn't usually.
moving on.
Let me ask you real quick.
Yes, ma'am.
We had some residents report burglaries on Treasure Lane.
Treasure
Or
Lane.
not burglaries, but trespassing and just seeing people in their driveways at night. Did you know?
I'm not sure if this could be potentially the same individual. Were the burglaries on Treasure Lane? I know there was like some trespassing issues that I was emailing with Mr. Ben Hayes. Is he here tonight?
I don't think so, no.
All right, I've never met him before, so I was going to say hello. I was emailing with him about individuals coming maybe from, I'm drawing a blank now, the street to the west of Treasure Lane, starts with a G, I think.
Gold Rush.
Yes, I believe that they weren't sure if somebody might have been living in that wooded area, because it's kind of like a big wooded lot in between both cross streets. But I don't know, I have not received any emails as far as any more activity from them, so.
So it wasn't the same person you arrested?
It
Doesn't seem
is unclear, because I think the videos that I saw, I think you and I had spoken about the juvenile from the area, and our general crime sergeant, I think she actually has a new pending case, not from this particular area, but we're going to work with the state attorney's office to hopefully get her also for the juvenile probation. This will ensure that she has if she is on probation, she'll have a 7 o'clock curfew, which is the biggest thing. Because that means she can go by there, make contact with her grandfather and say, is she here? She's not, she's run away, or she's left the residence again, then that would be a violation. And if she accumulates enough violations, then she would end up going into a program. So then she would eventually be out of the area. So, but I can circle back and look at the Treasure Lane incidents to see that video again. I think they were pretty well covered up though. So, but I can double check that.
Okay, thank you.
And as soon as I get more information on that other individual, I will let you know.
Okay.
It's funny, only one traffic complaint. There were 17 reckless driving complaints. Now, I believe that, I don't know if I've explained this to you before or if somebody else has. a lot of these stats are pulled from the general area, so they come from the interstate as well. I'm working with her to try to see if we can minimize that, so the numbers, not that the numbers are very high, but it would definitely show a more detailed package of what is going on in Grand Valkaria.
Okay, good.
Let's see. I want to say that the reckless driving vehicles are probably related to dirt bikes and off-road vehicles, because we do get quite a few calls between this Grand Valkaria, Malabar, and so on. So a lot of times deputies try to, and Deputy Santiago can tell you, since he's part of our motor unit, we try to stop dirt bikes, four-wheelers, and whatnot, and a lot of times they generally will take off in the woods or flee from us back across Babcock into Palm Bay. So.
And I know Councilmember Rubino always brings up the fact of the what do you call them? The motorcycles that just,
Side by sides?
no, the Honda.
Oh, the ones that screech down the road?
Yeah.
The ones that make all the noise.
Yes, like the sport bike.
Yeah.
Regular
Okay.
bikes, regular,
And are they usually going down like Valkaria Road?
Road.
I think, and Valkaria Road too. Yeah, both.
Okay.
But they take off and they, you know, the break the speed limit.
Sure,
You
100%.
I'm a motorcycle driver, so I know what they sound like, and they're running through the gears.
Yeah.
And when they crank in their first gear and running it out, and then running into second gear,
We just actually had, depending on the time of day, they're taking a big chance, because we just had a deputy driving at nighttime, and a huge hog came out. He clipped the side of the patrol vehicle. So I would hate to be running at a high rate of speed on that motorcycle,
Yeah.
and an animal come out from it.
Yeah.
So we do have right now, I think it was deployed in Malabar, and it's been moved to Melbourne Village. But if there's a certain area, we have a speed trailer. If there's a certain area that you would like the speed trailer deployed, just let me know. We can make that happen. Okay. Let's see. There's multiple. I didn't add them up, but there's multiple patrol areas. Ag Marine, there's 18 of those. 34 business patrols, 69 residence patrols, and 32 at the park. So.
Does that mean you just drive through, or someone called you?
Those most likely are all self-initiated by the deputy. So once they go into a certain neighborhood or a certain street, they'll stamp or initiate a call for service for a patrol area. Down around the time that we were getting that individual walking around Treasure Lane, I would park on Valkaria and walk Treasure Lane. The first time I had done it, it's actually some good exercise, because I didn't realize how long Treasure Lane was until I walked all the way to the end and back. So, but I did get my steps in that night. So, those are generally always self-initiated.
Okay.
I got one other thing.
Yes, sir.
This intersection of Valkaria Road and Old Dixie Highway,
Yes, sir.
somebody's been doing donuts there.
Okay.
Oh, I've seen that, yeah. The circles.
Entire track.
Okay.
And I think they did it, I think they did it down there at Braybrook and Grand Road too.
Holbrook and Grant, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Oh, Braybrook, okay.
These, can't catch them, but, somebody, and you know they're doing it.
That is a situation where right place, right time. You know, just to see them doing that. I would love to just to be
Make your
rolling.
way, there is somebody out there, I think what they're doing is doing them here, running down 160, they're doing another one over here.
Okay, I am on obviously tonight until 6 a.m. I'll tell the South End deputies to kind of see if they can patrol through there. I don't know how often this happens. It looked like,
I see the tire marks,
sure,
because they're doing it late at night.
yeah.
And it's probably on the
It
weekend.
could be a weekend with some teenagers or some young folks, for sure.
Okay.
Any other questions or anything?
Anyone else?
Okay. You have my, also Jessica now has my email address. If there's any issues, once you guys see the actual the stats for November, feel free to email me or call me, and I'll follow up. And I'll let you know about that other issue that you and I discussed. Okay?
All right,
You guys have a
thank you,
great
thank you
Merry
for coming.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Okay, any changes to the agenda?
I have none.
That's it. On to the first public hearing. This is the first reading of ordinance number 2025-03, rezoning number Z 2025-01. Individual notice is mailed November 3rd, 2025, and advertised in Florida Today on November 6th, 2025. An ordinance of the Town of Grant, Valkaria, Brevard County, Florida, rezoning property as follows. Parcel ID 29-38-33-HC-5-47, and more particularly described in this ordinance from RR1, rural residential, to AU, agricultural residential, providing for amendment of the official zoning map, providing an effective date, rezoning number Z 2025-01. Jason?
Okay, this rezoning is being requested to utilize the property in an agricultural residential manner. The property is located east of Raybrook Ave on Mooney Lane. The property currently abuts properties on RR1 to the west, AU to the north and east, and is across from the property zone RR1 to the south. The RR1 rural residential zoning classification encompasses lands devoted to single-family residential development of spacious character, together with such accessory uses as may be necessary or are normally compatible with the residential surroundings, and at the same time permits uses of which conduct in such a way as to minimize possible incompatibility with the residential development. The request for AU zoning meets all the requirements for the AU zoning classification. This rezoning request will allow the owner the privileges of allowable uses in the AU zoning category, which consists of single-family residential home and/or agricultural uses and accessory structures and uses of the Code of Ordinance. Staff has no adverse comments regarding this request. The Planning and Zoning Board unanimously approved this request on November 24th, 2025. The applicant is in the audience if you have any questions.
Okay. Does anyone other than, does the applicant have anything to add or questions? No? Anyone wish to speak on this? They're requesting to go from RR1 to AU.
They do have 3.77 acres.
So, right, and the minimum for AU is 2.5. Okay, all right. Council, anybody have questions or make a motion?
Second.
All right, all those, any more discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
And second reading will be January 14th at 6 p.m.
Okay, moving on to resolution number 28, 2025. Individual notices were mailed November 10th, 2025, and advertised on the Brevard County's website on November 6th, 2025. A resolution of the Town of Grant, Valkaria, Brevard County, Florida, vacating and abandoning a certain right-of-way located in the town and dedicated for public use, as more particularly described in Exhibit A to this resolution, providing for conflict and providing for an effective date. Jason?
This is the one that I'm talking about.
I've reviewed this request submitted by Kyle Walters to vacate a portion of right-of-way. During my review, I found that this portion of right-of-way has no adverse significance to the town of Grant, Valkaria. Kyle Walters owns property on the east and west of this right-of-way and would like to combine the properties together. Staff finds no objection to the request for vacate, and the applicant is in the audience. This is the right-of-way that we're talking about here. And he does own all these properties that are located around it. The only one that he does not own at this time is this property here, and it does have access off of Elton Street. So he's looking to combine all his lots together.
Okay, and it doesn't, that road doesn't go anywhere else?
There is nowhere
Just
else.
right there?
And he is in the audience if there's any questions.
Do you have anything to add, or, no? Any questions for Kyle? Anyone wish to speak on this in the audience? All right, back to council.
Resolution
Motion.
28-2025.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. Okay. The consent agenda. Does anyone wish to open an item on the consent agenda? The only one on there is the minutes from the council meeting of November 12th. Okay, no one? Council?
Move for acceptance of the minutes on November 12th, 2021.
Second.
Those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, public comments. If you want, I have one blue card. If you want to speak on anything not on the agenda, you need to fill out a blue card and they'll bring it up here and I'll call you. The first one I have is Patrick Ripton.
Good evening.
Hi.
I'd just like to talk to you about, it seems like it is the season for cars going into ditches. So, we've had two, believe it or not, in 2
Dumb
weeks.
thing. You want to sign a thing and you're going to yell at them
And
about that branch in the
I just think that
water.
that is a weak link in the chain right there, where basically it's about 7 foot deep. Jason's been putting dirt from Indian River down to La Palmas on the edges, but of course, with all the building that's going on back there, and the dump trucks speeding down Ferry, and the school buses and everything else, it's getting abuse, and now the couple cars that have gone over into that ditch, literally down by Indian River, I bet you the setback off to that ditch is down to about a foot. And so, Jason probably can pull it up on the screen. I mean, he's been on top of it as far as we're getting more erosion, because obviously we're putting up more homes, more driveways, the water's coming through quick. I call that just flash flooding because it doesn't absorb anymore, but it's kind of eroding the ends of the where Indian River's coming in, and it's going down Berry to Old Dixie, and that's not helping that culvert along there. And it just seems like it's getting more and more narrow. And I think it's something that the council should look at, because obviously we're not going to get less traffic. We're going to have more. And the edge is getting smaller and smaller. And it's just, we have more and more people that are pedestrians, you know. And I just think it's something that really we should look at down the road. I'm not saying spend the money right now, but it's something that should be addressed. And if I don't bring it up in the minutes, it doesn't get on the agenda. But other than that, have a Merry Christmas.
You too.
Happy New Year.
Thank you for coming.
All of Grant, too. Thanks.
Jason, I know you said you're keeping up with it, but is there something we can,
That's the same issue that we have along Grant Road. It's the ditches close to it's a home
road.
that we inherited, so the dirt he's talking about was washouts that were created from all the rain lately. The previous rain, so we repaired the washouts.
Are you stabilizing the bank?
We didn't put riprap down through there yet. It wasn't washed out as bad as Grant Road gets. The ditch isn't as fast water moving as Grant Road gets, so we don't have quite the problem that Grant Road does.
but is that something you can address? I mean, with the riprap, or, I mean, will that help it or not?
If we have a major washout, we can put riprap in it. It's just, once you do it, we're gonna cover it dirt once it's in there and then seed it.
It's not just like the whole area, it's not just like one spot.
Yeah, you gotta have miles out
Yeah,
there.
right.
Next to the road.
Yeah, it's just a weak link in the chain there, you know, between the Palmas and.
Is that something you just watch?
Yeah, we do address it and watch it.
Well, that ditch has been catching bad drivers for years.
Yes, it has.
Laughing at car accidents? That's real funny. Someone got in a car accident. Ha ha ha.
All right, we have another blue card, Ned.
Oh, God damn it. Hi there, Ned Batch, Lupo Grant Road. There, something with the ethics code violations. You know, you guys like violating everyone around here with these little HOA wannabe rules that you come up with on the fly or whatever it is. You know, you can't have a Donald Trump thing, so you send people out to harass my neighbors and tell them they can't fly their Trump flags, and you want to make this into a Democrat town. That's pretty bloody obvious by now. Councilman Hood's ethic code violations are blatant, and he should never be named the vice mayor. You're naming a vice mayor tonight, and it shouldn't be him. And you didn't put it in the agenda. It should be in the agenda who is going to be vice mayor, and I know that he wants it bad. Now, he's already been listed as vice mayor in different documents. It's been seen. It's on your internet site. Hood is on the record for voting for his son and daughter-in-law to get 13 and 10% raises, which violates the Florida Code of Ethics. And nepotism goes against the Code of Ethics, which all councilmen swear to abide by when they take the oath of office. Paperwork is now being processed by the Florida Ethics Commission in Tallahassee to remove Councilman Hood for this corruption. Mr. Hood should do the right thing for himself and the town and step down from council effective immediately. This man was appointed by liberal Democrat leftists to assume a seat that was left vacant by the previous mayor. Not duly elected, he was appointed. The Florida Code of Ethics prohibits a public official from appointing, employing, promoting, or advocating for his immediate family members. Nepotism is the law defined in section 112.3135 of the Florida statutes and applies to public officials who have the authority to control over positions held by immediate family members in their agency, appointing, promoting, employing, advancing a relative, raises and promotions in salary. A relative being promoted by a town council on which Mr. Big Daddy sits. The notes clearly state, motion by the Vice Mayor Hood, seconded by Councilman Faden, Town Clerk 13%, Maintenance Man 10%. How did he get here? How was Mr. Hood able to hire his own son as a maintenance man and move forward into government housing on town land? How did this other person become a finance director? If Hood wants to be Santa Claus, he should get a job at McDonald's and stop trying to pilfer the town money and distribute it to his family members. Merry Christmas.
Did they do this?
Listen to anything. They don't have the law. There's no law and order. It's just garbage.
We have a resolution.
Do whatever the hell they want.
All right, under new business, a resolution of the town of Valkaria, Brevard County, Florida, approving an application for a special event permit for a monthly farmers market at the Grant Community Club at 4580 First Street, Valkaria, Florida, 32949, submitted by the Grant Community Club, imposing conditions, providing for severability, repeal, and an effective date.
The Grant Community Center has applied for a special event permit allowing for a monthly farmers market. The scheduled dates are below for your review, and the applicant will be required to submit additional documents prior to the event date as outlined in the resolution. The applicant is requesting that the $25 application fee be waived since they are a 501c3. Section 10-38 of the code does allow for the fee waiver if all proceeds from the operation are received by a nonprofit group or organization. The applicant is in the audience.
Where is Robin? Do you wish to say anything, Robin?
Not really, but
You don't have to.
but I will. Thank you first. Robin Tibbetts with Grant Community Club. And thank you for allowing us to have the farmers market.
Of course.
It's been well received, so I guess that's why we're here.
Yeah, it's getting big. It's getting good.
It's just, it's so unique, because it's unique because our community is so special. And not only are we highlighting so many local small businesses, but we have so many youth that have gotten involved too. And so we waive more fees than we collect, which is fine, because it was never meant to be a real money maker. But I do think it's a wonderful addition to the town, so I thank you.
Well, thank you. I've been many times, and it's a lot of fun, and a lot of folks come out, the same folks come out, everybody comes there to buy their certain things they didn't buy, the sausage or whatever, the soaps, so.
The vendors love it
Yeah.
too. I mean, I traveled the other markets just to see who else is out there, and I get stopped all the time and told that these are people who do markets all over, that Grant is always their most successful market, so.
It's getting bigger and bigger, so thank you. And thank you for going through all the paperwork, and I think she should probably owe you some still.
No, she's actually
got
all
everything?
taken care of as of right now, yes.
Very good. Okay, we're all set. Thank you, Robert.
Thank you so much.
All right. We are looking at hard surfacing of Everett Avenue.
We do need a motion.
Okay, I need a motion.
I'll make a motion to accept resolution 29/2025, and also thank the Grant Community Club for Farmers Market. It really is a great asset.
Okay, that's it.
And I'll add to waive the fee. Thank you.
Okay, so that's a motion by Dan and a second by Dan. Yeah. Any discussion? Again, I think it is a great addition, and it's grown really quickly and really large now. It's great, so I'm glad to see it in town. All right, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you again.
Thank you.
In case anybody's wondering, the next farmer's market will be December 21st.
Thank you, Jason.
Okay, the next thing we need to do is award bid number 2025-05, hard surfacing of Everett Avenue.
Okay, the town conducted a bid opening for the hard surfacing of Everett Avenue on Monday, November 17th, 2025 at 11 a.m. The town received one bid from a qualified contractor as detailed below. CDM Trucking, Inc., $61,048.27. For this project, the total cost is divided among 3 lots, resulting in a share of $20,349.42 per lot. The town has agreed to contribute up to 50% of each property owner's share, not to exceed $10,000 per lot. This contribution reduces the assessment to $10,349.42 per lot. The proposed assessment is $349.42 higher than the amount originally communicated to the property owners. The affected property owners have been contacted and have provided written confirmation agreeing to pay the additional costs associated with the hard surfacing. The property owners have the option to pay the assessment in full or have it evenly assessed on their taxes for 10 years. If awarded, the contractor is to start work at the site within 14 calendar days of the notice to proceed and will have 60 days to complete the project. The council will need to consider the bid received and determine whether to award the bid. The contractor is in the audience if you have any questions.
Council? Anything?
There's just 3 homes on that.
Yes.
Daryl, anything you want to say? How about the audience? Anybody in the audience have anything to say on this? Okay.
Even some kind of road trying to make this
Any
into a
more
city.
discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
It should just be a dirt road.
Motion carries. Okay.
They want more Democrat
The
voters.
third item is request for a letter of support for the COCO multimodal station and rail project. This is, I guess, a railroad station for Brightline, correct?
Yes. So the Federal State Partnership for Intercity Passenger Rail grant is being pursued by the Space Coast Transportation Planning Organization and the City of Cocoa and they're requesting a letter of support from the town council. The grant funding would be used to complete the final design and construction of the Cocoa Passenger Rail Station, including approximately 4 miles of the double track, creating a key intermodal hub and improve regional connectivity and transportation options. This is no cost to the town.
And this is just showing our support, if you all agree to it, showing our support for the project.
This is also a League of Cities has approved this and sent a letter also on the situation. So most of the cities are in favor of this.
Yeah, it will provide a place for Brevard residents to get on the train. You don't have to drive to Orlando or West Palm, you can get on the train at Cocoa.
We have cars, we
They'll
don't
go up
need
there, so
trains.
there'll be no additional traffic or anything at the town level.
Right, it won't affect us
It
any.
won't affect us, it's just allowing access to Brevard County residents.
Right, it's just allowing us to go, if you wanna get on the train, it's go to Cocoa now. So, and apparently Cocoa really wants
The
the
death train?
station, right? But you have a question? No?
I was just curious where.
It's the one that kills people.
Yeah, they had
Cancer.
where is it?
It's behind Walmart off of, this
That's a train.
This,
Clear Lake.
Clear Lake.
Lots of them.
It's kind of, yeah, it's kind of out of the way, right? I mean, it's kind of.
Next to railroad tracks.
Yeah, but it's west, right?
I missed that.
Okay, but, anyone have any, comment about this? What do y'all think about the train
Where would this be?
in Cocoa?
Okay, so I don't know we all have cars here. Anyone who rides a
Pretty
train,
far north.
I don't know. Doesn't seem to bother us. But a lot of people die from that train, so everybody be careful. It's killed more people than those guns they want to take away.
Right line
right, thank
fixes
you.
everything.
Don't drive in the front of the train, you won't get hit.
Okay, please don't yell out. Okay, council, any comments or, did I have a motion yet? Nope.
I make a motion to support the Cocoa Municipal Station and Railroad project.
Rick? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. I think it'll be great.
Takes more cars off 9.
Yeah, and, yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely does
And
not.
just-
Horse shit.
No, it's not even funded yet from what I saw. They just want support to show that the county
Nobody
supports
rides
it and they've got to work to get funding. So,
Waste of money.
okay. All right, we need to appoint a Space Coast League of City voting delegate for 2026. Currently, our Vice Mayor Rubino is that delegate. But we have to reappoint one every year. And Tom is the alternate. So,
I'm going to recommend Brent for the job. He's not here today. Well, he can't defend himself.
Brad don't want to be here for a reason.
he enjoys it.
Yeah, he's very interested in the meetings and so I'm recommending Brent go to it. And I'd be his alternate.
Should we nominate him for anything else while
Yeah,
Yeah, but I'll work as his alternate because I'll have to go with him to the next meeting and introduce him as the new representative.
I second that motion.
everyone happy with that?
Yeah,
Any
I'm
discussion?
Brent's been involved.
Great, yeah, he enjoys it and he
Enjoys the meetings.
And it's real hard to get Brent out of the meeting.
Yeah.
Absolutely, sometimes you have to hunt him down.
Yeah, he talks to everyone, he's made a lot of, yeah,
Very good at
that's good. Okay, all right, so we have a motion and a second, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries, we'll let Brent know, I'm sure he'll be thrilled. Okay, next thing we do is appointing vice mayor for 2026. Again, we appoint a vice mayor every year. Our rules say vice mayor can only serve one term unless no one else is willing to do it, then they can keep serving. So, right now we have Vice Mayor Rubino. Have any nominations for?
I would nominate Mike Bradford. I think Mike was the first one that, in our appointing cycle, he was the first one appointed back to the council, so he should have the first opportunity.
Mike wants to do it.
Yeah, because they provided a list for y'all to see who's been vice mayor. And I think we've all had a turn.
But
Was it Fed?
Yeah. Hey, Mike, I asked for a raise, they gave me a ladder.
Okay.
Well, if you're willing to, Mike.
Thank you, guys.
All right, so we have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right, motion carries. One of these guys. That was great. I thought it was, I don't know, just Dan.
Thank you.
It was Mike and Dan. Okay? All right, Jason, talk about the holiday schedule for 2026.
Okay, every year staff prepares a holiday schedule for council to approve. Staying with the traditional holidays, the schedule is listed below. I would also request that the town be closed on Monday, December 28th through Thursday, December 31st, as we have done in the past with such a small staff. We will have an emergency contact posted on the website and listed within our entry machine greeting. The employees will utilize floating holidays and vacation time for this period.
Yeah, it's the same, right? Okay. Any
I
discussion?
make a motion, we accept the holiday schedule.
Second.
All right. Tom and Rick? Any more discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Town administrator report.
Okay, the Christmas tree lighting this year was a huge success. Next tree lighting will be held Sunday, November 29th, 2026. I want to give a special thanks to Treasure Coast Marina and Tobo US, Brevard County Fire, Doc Holliday, Santa Claus, and his elf. We've picked up over ethics training is next. So
Don't forget the Grinch.
the Grinch come with Tobo.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, that was really fun.
Yep. So the ethics training, your annual ethics training is due by December 31st. If you need link for classes, please contact the town clerk. The Trails and Greenway Committee will be hosting a bike-led tour on January 10th, 2026 at 9:30. Informational flyers are available in the lobby. Our next council meeting will be Wednesday, January 14th, 2026 at 6 p.m. We'll also have a council workshop as requested by a resident on Wednesday, January 21st, 2026 at 7 p.m. The Angel Tree, the Salvation Army, came on December 4th to pick up the Angel Tree gifts and were generously picked up by residents. Thank you for all that participated. We had 80 angels that were picked up and delivered. We have a photo. Every year they know to show up at Grant Valkaria with the empty vehicle. It's a full-size van that they've packed out.
They don't take bicycles anymore,
They do
right?
not
Yeah, because we used to get lots of
We
bicycles.
used to
Yeah.
be able to fit any bikes anywhere when we did it.
Yeah. Yeah. And this year, I think they collecting gifts for seniors again, right?
They did,
Yeah,
yes.
so, it's a great program, and I think our town apparently really likes it, because we're great supporters, and thank everyone. Okay, anything else?
I do. I will be back to me. I'll come back on my stuff.
Yep, what are you saying, you have some more?
I do have some more, but if you all want to move ahead, then I'll come back to it.
Okay, all right. Okay. Tom?
I've got nothing. Other than, everybody be safe at Christmas. Happy New Year. We won't see you till January 14th.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, Nancy?
Well, I went, the last, League of Cities has presented a list of priorities that they want the legislature to look at. And one of them was on transportation, and it included the COCO thing. But we have a list, I gave a copy of the list to the township We'll talk to you later.
I'll let you guys do it. Any more on the property tax stuff?
No, they didn't bring it up. It's in the legislature again. It was, it's just common talk. They're just starting, and they've got like 3 different or 4 different things that they're trying to raise instead of taxes. And I'll tell you right now, one of the things that they're considering is raising the sales tax. And once they do away with the property tax, 18%. So, I mean, it's just a proposal, they know it's not going anywhere. They've got a whole group of these different proposals as to what they're going to do if they eliminate the property tax. The problem is, as we see it, they doze in the state. Some of the larger towns, cities, are making money on the property tax. They're not using the money. They're loaded with money, and the state's going after them for the money. And that's the problem we're having, because they're collecting all this money, and when you get your taxes, it's supposed to be used for stuff that you need in the town. Repair the roads, do this, do whatever you need. And apparently, a lot of these big cities are getting their pocket. Towns are not supposed to make money. You're not supposed to make money. You're supposed to use the money you get to fix the town. So I think that's where the problem's stemming from. It's not us little towns, but they're not. See, what happens is we get caught in the web when they start doing stuff like this, and they want to take over all of the state wants to take over as much control of the little towns as they can. So all I can say is we can hope that the people who vote on this stuff listen to some of what we have to say about how it affects the small town. Because I don't know if you people are aware of it or not, but you pay the lowest taxes, second lowest taxes in the county. The first lowest is paid by a little town on A1A. And they don't pay any taxes at all because they're so small. They don't. It's like 1,500 homes or something.
It's Palm Shores on
Palm
US
Shores,
1, yeah.
Palm Shores, yeah.
They don't have any roads.
They don't have any roads. I'm not going to take care of it. That's just on A1A, but there's no road.
No, US 1.
US 1, yeah.
That's why the millage is so low.
So they don't.
Their roads are either HOA owned or US 1.
Right, so they don't have to. So we
We
come
have
right,
it lucky here.
we come right underneath of them with taxes. So we're the next lowest taxes. And we don't, every year, we get the same thing. All we do is flip over the taxes, the same as they always were.
And I think this is gonna go to a referendum. So you all need to be educated on this, and we'll tell you as much as we know, but you need to educate yourself, because you're gonna vote on it.
Yes.
And, they're probably gonna give you, if it ever gets to a referendum, they'll give you some choices, right? Remove property taxes, and then how to make up for it. And one of them might be sales tax at 18%. So just get educated, because it could not be good.
The problem is, most people do not bother to learn anything, and all they'll see is, you're not going to have to pay any more property tax. And they don't realize, they don't pay property taxes. Pay it someplace else. You can't rob Peter and not pay Paul.
Okay. Anything else?
I think these idiots are about to finish.
Nope,
I don't need to go
I
right
think
now.
I've said that question.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I'm good.
Tax and spend.
Just wish everyone all the best for the holidays. I'd like to thank our staff, Jason and our staff, because that's what makes us a town. I'd also like to thank all the volunteers. Hopefully you're here tonight to help eat some of this food. Everyone is welcome, of course. But the volunteers, the GBCA, the Trails and Greenway Committee, when you see the Christmas tree lighting, when you see GD Day, Grand Valkaria Day, anything you see, it's all done by volunteers. And the whole town runs by volunteers, including the council. So thank you, everyone, for making us the town we are.
Dan stole my thunder. I do want to thank the boards, the Planning and Zoning Board, Trails and Greenway. All of you are amazing. The staff is amazing. They've done a wonderful job. They can continue to make the town look good and, you know, to run it properly. And I appreciate the residents that bring problems to our attention so that we can, you know, assist you. That's our job. And I appreciate those that support me. Other than that, just Merry Christmas to everyone and have a Happy New Year.
I'd like to echo the last two, all council members, and thanking all of you for coming, for participating, for volunteering, for caring enough about the town to come, to volunteer. We encourage everyone to keep coming, keep telling us what you need. That's why we're here. And we'll spend the money if you need it. So I'm so glad, you know, I've been here for almost 20 years and I've seen the town really not change so much physically, but a lot of new people, good and bad, but, you know, we don't want the growth, but we welcome the people. So, again, I want to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and thank you. Please keep coming. We like to see these chairs filled, and we like to hear your input. We really do. All right, so thank you again. And I think Jason wants to.
Yeah, I couldn't see where I left my notes. I think I left them on the dais, though, the way y'all are going. First thing I want to reiterate is I want to thank our staff. Without their dedication and hard work throughout the year, your efforts have made another great success. Good year. To our committees, we appreciate your planning, coordination, and commitment, your teamwork.